Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Deborah Mehigan.
Deborah, good to know you.
Good to know you.
Why don't we start off and tell me about yourself, maybe give me something about your professional background.
Okay. Well, my career's been in business development and relationship manager. I've had vast experience in marketing and sales, all aspects of marketing and sales, from pre-product and concept design to launch campaigns, the whole gambit. With sales, I've done the full range of sales, from prospecting and business development, market development. I've lived in the UK for the last 28 years.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I have quite a global perspective on things.
But a native of this country?
I am American, yes,
okay.
And I've lived, born and raised in Michigan.
Okay.
Married an Englishman, though, and lived in the UK for 28 years. So I've developed most of my career in the UK, but although working with a lot of different companies, I've worked for US companies that had offices in the UK and UK companies that wanted to work and have offices in the US.
Very good.
So I have quite a vast range of experience. I've also traveled extensively, so if I haven't worked there, I've probably been there. And I really enjoy meeting people in different environments, different cultures, the whole
really
gambit.
Gives you perspective, doesn't, when you experience
Absolutely.
different cultures?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's been interesting watching the attitudes to America and the attitudes to me as I've traveled through the countries and through different countries as an American, because everyone thinks I'm American except people that live in America.
Yeah, we have a little bit of that charming British
accent, there you
too.
go, yeah. And I've chosen to come back to Vegas because I have family here, and I'm really homesick. You know, I've lived in Europe for 28 years, and I want to come back and back to my American roots.
You're living here now.
I am, yes, yeah.
Well, if I ask you what has really set you apart, now think about this. What's distinguished you in your field? What would you say?
I would say my networking ability, my relationship management skills. I'm a very open and friendly person, very consultative. I'm really interested in everything and everybody I meet. And I just naturally make connections. I'm a natural networker. So if I'm meeting someone socially or in business, I start thinking, you know, talking to them about what they're interested in and how can I help that, or what can they help me at in achieving my company goals. So I'm very focused, but I'm also very open and friendly and think strategically. I'm very business savvy.
Well, if you don't mind me saying so, you also have sort of a serious business demeanor about you too. It's something very engaging.
Yeah, I guess I do, but at the same time, I'm kind of relaxed. And so people don't, when I sit often in business meetings, I'm often, as you can imagine, the only woman there. So it's natural for me to be to interject the kind of common touch, and it's more accepted, I think, in a lot of ways. And I think also the fact that I am from a different culture, so there's not a lot of expectation on me often.
Well, give me an example of maybe a success in your career, something you're proud of.
Well, one of the things I didn't mention in my previous when you just asked me about myself, as I was headhunted by two companies throughout in my career, and both companies wanted me to make them famous, like the company that they headhunted me from. So in my career, I've always been, as I said, a networker, but I've also understood business and not afraid to take risks. I've gone to the nth degree to make the right contact, get the right opportunity, discover the right opportunity. So I had a situation where I worked for an educational publisher and a software house, and I actually worked for the software part of the business. Excuse me. And we had a cutting-edge application developed by our very capable team. But I felt that based on market analysis or market feedback that we were missing something that was going to give us a unique selling point over the competition, because these things were starting to be very common. The application was common in education. So I looked for a third-party contributor to what I felt was going to be the necessary, the missing piece, and found a technology company. My team did a due diligence, decided it was a good fit for us, and we were going to proceed with the business. 2 days before we were going well, I made a recommendation also to my company to become a value-added reseller for this manufacturer, because they were looking for a UK market, UK partner. They accepted my recommendation, and we were just about to do all the papers, and my CEO announced that they were closing up the software business and they were going back into their print publishing. And it was a board decision, and that was it. So I, by this time, was confident that this was the right move to make and that relationship with this company was going to be important for us. So the day we were due to schedule to begin training with our technical team, I requested a breakfast meeting with a U.S. company and said, I'd like to form my own company and become your value-added reseller, sole business, and I'd like a year's exclusivity to help me get myself off the ground. They agreed to my terms, and I started business, and within 3 months I had a contract with British Telecom, delivering services to over 1,000 schools, and over a potential of $1 million contract in the first 3 months of my business. And over the next 18 months, I continued to be successful. Another larger contract with a big service provider, preferred supplier status with both companies, and the U.S. company finally made me an offer I couldn't refuse, and I joined them. So
very good.
I wasn't going to let the hiccup stop me. So
right.
I think it shows my tenacity and my courage.
All right, well, your experience has caused you to be somewhat of an expert in relationship management, strategic alliance, and partnership development, I think it's fair to say.
That's right, yeah.
But how has technology changed our ability to collaborate, and what does that mean for business?
Well, this is something an area I've worked quite a lot in, and I'm glad you asked me about it, because I believe, we're all facing challenging times, but I think the opportunity that's going to come out of this, out of the challenge, is the fact that technology is going to become embedded. I mean, let's face it, the way we work, live, and play has all changed. Everybody's using technology. It's all part of it. What's failed to change, though, is a lot of businesses haven't grasped that nettle. They talk about customer satisfaction, they talk about customer service, but are they really talking to customers? Are they using technology? Can drive down cost, improve efficiencies, and give you that constant contact and engagement.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm with Obama on this. Technology is going to be it's going to be very important in the way we will live in the new world. It already
look
is.
at this video technology
Exactly.
and how easy it makes it for someone to meet you.
Exactly.
And assess you. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think Obama's planning to do that himself. He's going to start talking to people through YouTube and video, and I think his campaign was very successful too. And I can't think of one instance or one business where technology could not improve. Everybody's scrabbling for customers, and everybody wants loyalty. Everybody wants you to come back. But if you imagine, I mean, email's ubiquitous. Can you remember the time, what it was like doing business before email?
It's hard to grasp. It's hard to even think
You can't even think about it. And now it's actually legal tender.
Absolutely.
You can be sued for your email. So, there is a lot of benefits, and I think that companies, really need to start building networks, touching their customers regularly, delivering their services to help the customers save money too, because both ends of the scale need to save money.
Well, Deborah, I really appreciate your time. It was
Thank you.
interesting chatting with you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.